Again, I'm coming live. The idea is that because last in the last lives, actually, I have already discussed about management, what, why, how, etc., 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 and obviously related to the theories of management. Yeah, I have details video in my channel. So let me first give my introduction. My channel's name is Learn with Srimoyee. Those who are new, I obviously welcome you all to the core of my heart. And those who already are with me in my channel, I obviously again welcome you and give all my sincere thanks to you people to be with me in this learning journey. Now, if you wonder that what is my content, I am give a brief introduction before the live classes today. Basically, I am Dr. Srimay Datta. I am having a good amount of academic, you can say, experience, and try my objective is simple. I try to simplify the concepts of management and commerce so that students, learners, those who are interested to understand the different theories of management, different application concept of management and commerce, um, their one stop solution should be my channel. So I just want to make all of them understand the different concepts of management in a simplified way. At least I am trying to do this. In this regard, if you have any kind of suggestions, so all are welcome. And if you want to know more about my channel's content, so do check it out. I have contents uploaded, the shorts and videos, I mean, in the long format and also in the short format, uh, basically in English and Bengali, in both languages. And I am also planning to upload more and more as time goes by. So yeah, be with me and learn and explore the beautiful areas and the concepts and applications of management and commerce. So, without further ado, let's get started with today's topic. As I already have mentioned that I have already discussed about the management, the basic fundamentals, I mean the concept and all. Today, let's move forward and have some focus on one of the first functions of management or areas of management where we can apply our managerial thoughts, that is planning. Now, what is planning? That will come afterwards. Obviously, we will know what is planning, but I believe that sometime in order to simplify things, if you want to understand anything, you can have your own ways. You should be flexible. So, I feel that in order to know or understand the definition of planning or what is planning, it is better to understand that why manager do a formal planning or what is the need of planning. So I think in this way, I mean, we are not going to the straight traditional way, we are going like round and round and or exploring new ways, but in that way we have a better clear understanding, I feel that. So the first knock will be that why managers need to plan. So basically, for four reasons, any manager actually do the planning. First of all, it provides direction. With plan, we have a clear direction that what to do, in which way to do, and what not to do. That is very important thing. Second of all, that we have the power to reduce the wastage. I am coming with an example, don't worry, because it is very interesting, it is very relatable. So I hope you will enjoy and you will remember for the longest period of time that planning, yes, why we need that. Now, reducing the wastage, it is another strong focus or strong answer that we need planning. And the third one is that it reduces the impact of changes. Now, it is very interesting. I may take a few seconds to make you understand what is that. See, if we have any change in any environment, around us, then actually what happened, that every change is having some consequences. Like suppose we are doing a live, and if something happen, like god forbid, that should not happen, technological glitch or anything, so that will change the impact, change the environment, and every changes bring about consequences. And as a human being, it is our natural tendency to resist the change. That means whenever change happens, first thoughts knock into our mind, oh my god, change happens. It may be harmful, it may be problematic. Like just remember during the COVID period, when we are into the new normal era, and slowly we have Zoom, Google Meet, I mean online classes are there, right? So the first reaction, being a teacher, or I hope being a learner on your side, that you feel that oh my god, online classes, that maybe I don't know what to do, how to start, how to log in, what happened if internet is not working properly, how can we manage all these things, everything will be in chaos. So we are having the webinars and the different tutorials to understand how the Google Meet operate or the Zoom operate, which one is better, how can we have the Google Classroom. Because for me, I'm telling you seriously, it is I mean I swear by god that I don't know that Google Classroom or Zoom or Google Meet even exist before this COVID online class. Then I found, oh my god, we have lots of platform to have online classes. Why don't I explore it beforehand? Because technology was already there, but we don't know. But that change, that online digital era, or online, actually online class during the COVID period, compels us to learn new things. But first of all, we all feel tensed, oh my god, what will happen, I may not handle this kind of new platform. But gradually we learn. First of all, we learn how to do classes. Second of all, we all learn, like both teacher and students, that how to manage these classes, and rest are history. So the point of this main point is that every change always create tension. So obviously the minimization of that tension coming out of the change may be good, but the first reaction we feel, oh my god, that will be a disaster, that will be negative. So that impact can be reduced by planning. So managers obviously plan for that reason also. So first, I have already mentioned that it gives direction. Second of all, we can minimize the wastage. Third of all, we can minimize the impact of changes that comes out of proper planning. And the fourth one is that we have a set standards, that we know that is the parameter, that is a benchmark actually, and we have to match accordingly. So let me give an example. Suppose you have been appointed as a manager, newly appointed, okay, or maybe already a manager, whatever may be the situation in an organization. Listen carefully, huh? So in that scenario, you have a team, and no team in the whole world is perfect. The team members, in terms of their skills, their expertise, their understanding, their productivity, speed of work, varies. It is universal truth. So you are not also an exception to that. You may have that same kind of team you have, and you also have some kind of target which need to be achieved within a given time frame. Now what will happen? You have team members, you have target, you have time frame. So think about a situation where without any planning you straight jump into the task with your team members. Okay, मतलब जो होगा देखा जाएगा kind of thing. Now what happened, that as you don't have any kind of pre-planning, so you try, if it's success, fine, go to the next step, and it is fail, that means comes error, then again you try the same thing in a different way. So during the completion of the process, you do, redo, repeat, recheck, and trial and error method going on and on and on. That creates stress, that creates wastages, that creates anxiety. that creates exhaustion. And obviously, there is an important factor over here, that is environment, which is obviously not certain, it is always uncertain. So that kind of uncertainty creates more chaotic situation. So obviously that without any magic or miracle, you can never complete your task with happy or productive employees or team members within the time frame. So if it happens, so it is completely an example of mismanagement. Now you are a manager, you have to manage, and what you will have, mismanagement, right? Now, to avoid all this chaotic situation, the solution is planning. So you plan, you have your clear path, you have the direction that in which way to go, how much to go, where to have the boundaries or the limitations, and accordingly you will coordinate, accordingly you will direct, and accordingly you will have a better control. So I may be having the clear answer, and you may be able to understand that why managers are doing planning every time. Maybe a formal planning, maybe an informal planning. That is not the issue, but planning is there, right? So now you have why. So out of this way, that why managers are doing planning, you now have the answer that what is planning. So planning is obviously a managerial function. Obviously we know that gives or defines goals, that why you need to do such planning, to achieve something, to increase sales, to have better productivity, to have a good brand image, to have social responsibility. There may be endless possibilities, but you should have a complete structured definition that why you need to do this kind of task. You have the define definition of your goal, specific goal, so no ambiguity is there. Once your goals has been set, you know now this is my target and I have to achieve this, so accordingly you will strategize. That means you are doing a detailed planning, like a complex planning, then sub planning. So all these strategies are happening as per your prefixed goal, and you try to coordinate among these different kinds of plans, and that is planning. So at the end of that, the result will be you can achieve your target without, not without, it may be wrong to say without, but with minimum hustle. So you have a clarity first, you have better control, you have less chaos, the team coordination will be great, and obviously you can win. So that is called planning. Now we can have different kinds of planning. um, in a broad sense, like if we have the basis of planning, we can have four bases. On that we can divide planning in different ways. Okay, first basis is the breadth of the planning, like where it is applicable. On the basis of breadth, we are having two types of plans. One is called the strategic planning, another one is called the tactical planning. I am giving an example that suppose the organization is planning to expand your its overseas, you can say, operation. So I can see someone is saying hi. So hello from my side, and I hope you can understand the learning, because I am trying to be make it simplified. So I'm not using any kind of technological tool or smart board over here, just live classes. But trust me, in the long format video I'll try to write and have some technological things, you can say, associated with that. And here I am just discussing like an informal discussion, so that if on the go you want to have a clarity on planning, so you can have this kind of small video stored in your playlist, and you can understand with example. So I am talking about strategic and tactical plan, and I'm giving example that one company is trying to expand overseas, so they will plan accordingly, and that plan is applicable to all the departments of the organization, because the organization itself willing to expand. So that is called the strategic planning. Means the plan covers the whole organization. Now, under that, we have tactical planning. That means to complete that organizational objective, what specific plan we need. That is called the tactical or operational planning. That for expansion, maybe this department need to do this thing, that department will need to do this, that thing. So, specific tactical planning needed. That actually comes under this big, you can say, strategic planning. So strategic planning is covering the whole organization. Tactical planning is covering a certain specific part of organization which actually helps to fulfill the strategic planning. Clear? So it is first basis the breadth. According to that, we have two plans, two types of plan. One is strategic plan and second one is the tactical planning. The next one is time frame. It is very easy to understand. On the basis of time, we can divide the plans into two types, like short term plan and the long term plan. Okay, so in kind of short term plan, whenever the organization is planning for 1 year, so it can be regarded as a short term plan. Like before any festival, if the company is planning to give some kind of push sales or maybe some kind of offer, and that can be repeated like 4 times in a year, that is a short term plan. And on the contrary, long term plan that actually includes beyond 5 years, like a long, pretty long time. Obviously we will consider the possible environmental changes over there over the 5 years of time, because business environment is such a thing, it is never static, it changes every time. So we'll consider the changes itself and plan accordingly, that in the coming 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, what will happen, and accordingly we will be prepared. Because I have already told you now, the planning, that means you are already having the specific goal into your mind, maybe in the written format or maybe into your mind, but you have some kind of specific goal beforehand. That's why they will have this kind of long term and short term goal. So it is very interesting. Like if you are a student and in your and you are studying right now in college or in UG, so you are having some kind of 5 or 10 years of goal, that after my graduation I will do this kind of subject specialization masters, and then I will try for corporates or maybe in teaching or maybe research. Whatever, you have some kind of certain career plan. If you are working, so you obviously have kind of career path, that in which way you will promote yourself in the coming 10 years. You try to maybe be uplifted to the better levels or better positions. So we all are having some kind of plans. Every time we are having some long term plan and supportive short term plan. So this is the second basis of planning the time frame. The third one is called the specificity. That means on the basis of specification, we can have two types of plan. Okay, one is called the specific plan and another one is called the directional plan. Let me give on a simple example. Suppose from your home to your workplace, there is a certain route. So we have map. Okay, so like I'm talking about map, not Google map. Okay, so literally map, so you know the direction. Maybe your first day, so you have already discussed about that, you have to take a car or auto or anything, vehicles, or maybe some buses and all, or train maybe, and in this way you can reach to your workplace or your institution, right? So this is called the standard or specific kind of route. But if we are looking in the Google map, so every time Google map actually refresh and search for the easiest and short, not easiest, shortest route. Yeah, that is another story, that sometime we may end up into different directions, or maybe you can reach your institution but at the back gate, that may happen, that is another kind of story. But yes, Google map is always flexible. Likewise, when we are having a specific, defined and clear plan, no room of misunderstanding, rigid plan that in the organization, that is called the specific plan. And Likewise, when we are having a flexible plan, that as per situation we may change this thing, just like Google Map I have already mentioned, this is called the directional plan. So both plans are divided on the basis of specificity. So in case of specific plan, there is no room for you can say clarifications or change, but in case of directional plan we always change as per situation, so flexible. Okay, but thing is that just understand clearly that as we all know that the business environment is always changing. So do you really think that only specific plan will do? Because as is it is rigid in nature and the environment is always changing. How can you match these two things? Like change environment and rigid plan. So there should be something that will help to adjust. So we are having the directional plan. So this is the third basis. Now the fourth one is on the basis of frequency of usage. How frequent, how many, how more frequent or how less frequent you are using your plan. On the basis of that, we can have again two types of plan. One is called the single use plan and another one is called the standing plan, right? So I am giving an example. If you are having one project in the organization, so you will plan as per the requirement of that project. So that is a single use plan. Once the project is over, your plan will be completed. Next project, new kind of plan. So this kind of plan is for one time use only. Likewise, remember the pen one time use plan, just use and throw, that kind of thing. And the standard plan example, you can say induction orientation program, where you actually having the induction every time any new employee joins into an organization. There is a clear format of induction, that how much or how long time the induction will happen, the training schedule, what will be the content, what will be the format. Every time any new employee joins in an organization, you are having the same kind of induction program. So it is kind of standing plan, so it repeats every time. So these two specific means these two types of plan based on the frequency of usage. So types of plan, if anyone asks that what are the types of plans, you may answer in that we are having four parameters or four bases. First is breadth, second one is time frame, third one is specificity, and the fourth one is frequency of usage. And on the basis of these four parameters, we again have two kinds of plan, like 8 kinds of plan. Okay, so on the basis of breadth, we are having strategic plan, tactical plan. On the basis of time frame, long term, short term plan. Specificity, on the basis of that we are having the specific plan and the directional plan. And frequency of usage, we are having the single use plan and the standing plan. So you understand that how variation or what kind of variety we are having in the plan and why it is important. So likewise, we are having different kinds of application of management, which is very important. Like if you plan to study properly in your MBA, to learn, like learn properly the concepts. If you can have two ways, either you can search for and study from books. So you go to library, search for materials and flip out the pages of books. And in case of online learning, you may refer to the tutorials like YouTube. If you feel that okay, in case of online learning, let's join or let's learn from ma'am's channel, like Learn with Srimoyee. I'm joking. Whatever content is easy for you, best for you, go for that. So that is the plan. So every time, every second of our life, we actually plan. Even these live also, I actually have some kind of planning, and that shout you here right now. This is not in my plan, but in other plan also. Likewise, we are having change in environment, and as per changes we will adjust, replan. But the thing is that plan must goes on. And on that note, I feel that there is lot of talks about planning. And you understand that what is planning, why we need planning and the types of planning. On that note, I am taking off from here, and I hope that you can understand. If you have any kind of suggestions or any kind of, you can say, topic suggestion that I should cover in my channel, so all the suggestions are most welcome. So thank you again to be there, and let's have this learning journey together. Thank you for joining.